Hi, I'm Jason Gorb for ThatShelf.com, and we're here to look at Steely Dan's Alive in America for Record Store Day 2026.
Big shelf.
So, Alive in America, a Steely Dan record that I didn't even know it existed. I'd never even heard of this before it got announced for Record Store Day for what it's worth. Steely Dan's 1995 album on vinyl for the first time, recorded live on their 1993 to 1994 tour, their first in 20 years. You know, God bless. But yeah, so what do we have on here? We have Babylon Sisters, Green Earrings, um, Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva, I can never say that. Reeling in the Years, Josie, Book of Liars, they do Peg, Third World Man, Kid Charlemagne, Sign in Stranger, and of course Asia, produced by Donald Fagen. That to me looks a hell of a lot like The Gorge, which is where I assume that's actually recorded. That's where I saw Joni Mitchell, so that's where I'm guessing that particular shot is. We'll see. Again, it's Record Store Day, so you pick it up. This is what you do. It's a Steely Dan record, something you don't have, an opportunity to have something that actually is going to sound good and be live. I don't know who's on this band. I know nothing. We get to find out together. Look, there's a hype sticker. So inside this, again, it's a regular gatefold, nothing too crazy. The inside, a shot of everything going on here. Let's pull up the records just so I don't drop them, and then we'll go through them in a sec. So what do we have in here? Yep, so Donald Fagen, Walter Becker, unsurprisingly. Tom Barney on bass, Warren Bernhardt, rehearsal director, piano, Fender Rhodes. Dennis Chambers is the drummer. George Wadinius on guitar. Bill Ware III on vibes. Cornelius Bumpus on tenor sax. Chris Potter on tenor and alto. Bob Shepard on tenor and alto. And then background vocals, Catherine Russell, etc. Fun times. Look. Playing a melodeon, I think that's what it's called. Fagen's playing. So yeah, right. So just yeah, let's give a shout out here to the arranger, music copyists, all new Steely Dan Orchestra '93, same except substitute, etc. So it looks like there's a bunch of different bands on here that they just sort of highlight who the differences are. So a lot of names there. I'm not going to read them all out, but you guys can see it if you want to pause that. And then in here, Dear Craig, yes, I'm indeed aware of the date, etc. And so we have some Walter Becker writing. That's amusing. And all of this stuff. And so, Alive in America contest results. So there's contests on here. Ooh, old school webby kind of stuff in the corner here. That's all good. Recorded live on tour, Roger Nichols during the summers 93 and 94. Mop up and mixed down by Roger Nichols at River Sound. And yeah, it doesn't say, or at least it'll be in here somewhere, where they actually recorded everything track by track. Oh, there we are. So Babylon Sisters, it was in St. Petersburg, Florida. Green Earrings was in Irvine. Bodhisattva was in Detroit. Reeling in the Years in Chicago, again, 94. Josie was in Phoenix. Book of Liars was in Phoenix. Peg was in Detroit. Third World Man was in Charlotte. Kid Charlemagne in Detroit. Sign in Stranger in Detroit. And Asia in Irvine. I don't think any of those, again, guys, that's the Gorge, right? Like, that's, yeah. False advertising. Nonetheless, we get some Fagen and Becker here doing their steely-eyed thing. White paper sleeves that are poly-lined. The records themselves seem very straightforward black vinyl, nothing too fancy or exciting. Look, they look like records. In very good shape, unsurprisingly. I bet this sounds good. I bet the band's pretty good. I like the scaffolding, the sort of tour stuff on the front there. Steely Dan, live for Record Store Day. Why not celebrate? Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Follow us on social media. Hit that bell. Hit all the buttons. It helps us out. Thank you so much for watching. Better yet, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular release. That would really also engage in discourse. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next video. All the best. Take care.